Welcome back to World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 Career Mode, Sick Edition, where I'm still sick and not really feeling the best. But I'm going to power through because that's what badasses do. Kind of rhymed. So we're going to Prairie Review. We got 6 points back to Jeff Favignano. If 105 just doesn't work, not 105, Legend difficulty, then we're just going to bump it down to like the custom 103 because Legend is apparently extraordinarily difficult. And then Expert's too easy, so we have to go even further in the customization and probably put it to 103, which is actually, funnily enough, the first setting I used when I started the career mode. So that might be just what we'll do. And I'm fine with that. So maybe instead of having each series be like 12, 10 parts, it could be a lot shorter when we get to Street Stock. I don't know. People are getting very impatient that I'm not in Nationals yet or in World of Outlaws yet, even though in other like NASCAR Heat games and other stuff, it took me like 90 plus parts or 70 plus parts to actually get in the Cup Series. So the impatience is real, but that's kind of the story with modern generations anyways. So they want that instant gratification, but kind of what's fun in a racing game is the grind. Except there's no real grind now. It's just more trying to find the right balance. God forbid I spent 20 parts in the midget series, and people were losing their minds over it. So let's get on with it. Try to get through as much races as we can, because I want to get the season over with. Damn, that was on the first lap too, and that was a 7.6, 3/10 up on the goal time. So that's promising. So I don't know. I mean, this is just a Millbridge setup that's just thrown in here, so I don't know if that's really going to be much better, but that's 3/10 up is pretty good, so I got hope. Off the last corner, we're going to at least get our goal time. That's a damn third place. I will take it. Damn, and Fabian gets second, Rodriguez, Hellman fifth, so we're right in the mix with everyone. Okay. I mean, I kind of knew Prairie View were going to do a little bit better than normal, but third place and starting first in that heat, that's some good vibes. This should be pretty simple. I mean, you just have to stay on the bottom lane, and then we'll be pretty good. So, as long as we do that, I think we'll be fine. And we're doing just exactly that, so perfect. I did do a lot of needless practice laps off camera, so I'm very prepared for this race. Apparently, it only takes like 15 to 20 minutes of practice, and then I can run with them. Unfortunately, I can't spend an hour of practice in each video for that, but going into the next episode, I got time to, I guess I could have extra time to do that, so it worked out. Starting third in the qualifying dash. I'm surprised I'm not first for it, but I don't know how all that works. I'm sure the game actually knows a lot more with that aspect of stuff than me. But I don't know. Fabio's on the outside, which is good. Maybe we can pass him for second. But they're just getting magical runs up on the outside, which again, I can't physically do. So that's also very frustrating. So, I don't know what to really say about it. Alright, so we started third, we're going to finish third, and I mean, it's going to be a really good race, but again, if Fabian's going to start up ahead of me, then we're not going to gain points, then we can't win championship, and then we got to do another season. So a lot is on the line with this, and this doesn't bode well unless he just has a horrible start or something. I feel like even with the power of the setups, having a very track-specific setup is really, really important. Which, again, for some of these, I just do not have because they don't exist yet. So, I don't know. But that doesn't... Well, it helps if he wrecks fucking Fabiano, just wrecked the leader, just cold-blood-heartedly. Well, like, what was that about? Damn. That's... Okay, he probably should be penalized. I hope I can win the race now. After him just committing like vehicular homicide on that poor driver for no real reason. But maybe I can force him up high. Okay, we kind of did force him up high somewhat, but again, just like in the heat or in the qualifying dash, he's just gonna run super high, and he's just gonna get magical runs up off the corner that I once again can't physically do. So unless lap traffic really screws him up, I don't see how we can catch him. Even if I run as smoothly as I humanly possibly can with no counter steering. It's just, this is not going to be enough. That's another wreck. Oh, he runs right into him. So, maybe he's got damage. I'd like to think so. The game is giving us a chance. I'll give it that much. He did hit him. Maybe some aerodynamic disadvantage he may get. But I'm starting on the outside, though, which really sucks, because I don't really have the speed up there, so we'll drive right on by. And I guess that contact with the random lap car did nothing to him, so he's still just as fast as usual. Wonderful. Well, typical. So Fabiano commits mass genocide on one driver, wins the race because of it. We lose more points to him, so that's going to be, I don't know, we might move up a spot in the points, but again, that's not great, so I'm just annoyed. What else can I say? I'm just very annoyed about it. Of all people that have to finish in front of me, it has to be the point leader. So now we're 10 points back with him having 2 wins, and I can't win because 105 is extraordinary, not 105, Legend's extraordinarily difficult, at least in this particular series, so hell if I know. I have to repair the wing, and then that's it. On to Elm Creek, which usually is one of our worst tracks, but it seems to be doing better for us lately, so I don't know. I'm sure the Millbridge setup will work pretty good here at Elm Creek because it's a very short track as well. And it's 1/5 of a mile, so draft will not be a factor, so now I know that. Even though draft doesn't exist in this fucking game, so what am I even talking about? So as I was looking at the setup, I pretty much had everything right. The only thing I forgot to do and add was the steering offset, because it's at a 1 or a 0.100. Don't know how much of a difference that made if I used it or not, but I don't know. That was the first race I did at Prairie View, but that might be just a Prairie View thing of just running a lot better than normal. So I don't really know, but something I noticed. So I don't know. All I know is when we get to next season, I'm bumping it down to 103 with default setup. I think then it'll be pretty competitive and fair. And I think then we can, do that season, win a championship, and then move on to Street Stocks and end the freaking local series that shouldn't have lasted like 60 plus parts at this rate. Well, like Prairie View, I mean, we're well above the goal time. This time it's only 2/10. Almost 3/10. Just about 3/10, so that's again promising, but I don't know if that's enough. If Fabiano's going to keep running like extraordinarily consistently, then I don't know how we're going to be able to make points up on him. Yeah, it almost seems like I have to... Okay, 5th. I was going to say, I feel like I have to run like half the car up off the racing surface, and then once I get back onto it, then it wants to turn more when I get back on it. It's weird to describe, but I actually nailed the goal time with that, just barely. So there's something to it. But again, Fabiano third, that's... Remember in the other series where they had, like, one bad race? We need him to have, like, one bad race. But it hasn't happened. Starting up on the outside, I don't know if that's really great or not. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll get a good exit up off the corner. That didn't really amount to much. But, alright, I guess we'll finish second and move on to the qualifying dash. Because usually when we don't get the lead, or if we lose the lead, or... I don't know, after the first lap, usually it's just kind of set in stone that we're not going to move up, so that's kind of usually where we are. It's pretty simple. Yeah, finished second. I mean, it's all part of the script, I know it. It's at this part, I mean, we ran, how many in World of Outlaws 22? 87 videos, and then this was part, we've done like 130 of these parts. Like, I know the script, I'm so used to the pattern. I don't know. We are 5th. Usually track position is pretty important here, so I'll be shocked if I gain more spots, but I've definitely always been proven wrong that we can do a little bit more, so hard to say. But then again, the heats and the dash, they just always run way, way different. Like, they're way harder in the dashes and heats than they actually are in the A main. So it's always hard to gauge, but if we're starting 5th, that's, again, not horrible, but if Fabiano's going to, start second, that's, again, not good for us. It's just not enough. Or they can wreck. Sure. Alright, I mean, maybe something can change that. Hard to say. But it's frustrating. How many people that do the career mode videos on YouTube run on Legend difficulty? I like to know, because I only seen 2 different people, and I don't really think they run it. So, am I just, like, trying to try hard this really impossibly hard game? I don't know. Some people say they could just do it, they could just win all the time on 105 or something. So, also, we gained a spot there right at the end, so that was impressive. Again, I wasn't thinking about it, and then I gained a spot. Weird how that works. It's like when I don't focus, I run better, which is the story of this entire channel, because that's happened way too much in the past. We're on the outside here, starting P4. So is Fabiano, so I guess it's nice that we're both mutually at a disadvantage, but we'll get a really good exit there off the corner, and we'll actually get the spot on him. So that's going to be some points gained. Maybe we can get the spot on Collins. I'm really trying to angle the car to get a really good launch off the exit. That was a bit too much there, and we're going to lose the spot, so yeah, fitting that we, you know, screw it all up. But I mean, I thought for a second we had the inside on Fabiano, but I screwed it up, so yeah, leave it to me to always just mess things up. You know, world's worst dirt racer in the history of YouTube at it again, so not really surprising, unless we get some kind of yellow or lap traffic messes them up. But lap traffic never seems to mess up the AI. I kind of missed that. It's only happened once in this entire series, and that's the yellow. And we're starting 4th on the top, so that's not good. I had a chance. I had a chance to gain points on him, finish ahead of him, and I screwed it all up. And again, none of this really matters, because when we get to Eldora, we're going to run so much faster, so we need like at least a 20-point buffer. So none of this really helps. And because of that caution, I just gave Fabiano 2nd place. I mean, we got to 4th, but nothing really changed. And of course, Fabiano's going to try to go for a lead here, so well, maybe not, but and again, we're going to lose more points. It's very fucking frustrating, I'll tell you that much. Try to run an expert, I just like win all the time. Then I run a legend, then I'm like not winning at all, and then I got to find something in the middle, which I guess I should have done from the very beginning and never fuck with the legend expert. Just, you know, constantly kept it at 103 or something, because it's just not going to cut it. Yeah, we're running top 5, which is what I would like, but all of them wrecked. Okay, hey, I'll take the lead. Hey, the game gave us a bone. That's weird. All right, now we're in the shot to win. Okay, it took a lot of luck, but he's on the outside though, so maybe we'll get past. But usually we always kind of get a good launch on the start, so it's promising. All right, the game gave us a bone. I'll take it. Just gotta hit our marks here, going into the white flag, and not give up any spots. Well, this is I feel weird about this one. I feel very conflicted about it. That's a dub. Okay. But, and Fabiano dropped a 7th at the end. What happened on that last lap? Hold on. What happened? How did he keep the camera angle behind me? So how did he drop to 7th? He just stayed up on the outside, just kept losing spots, I guess. I mean, that's very weird. I'll take it. I'll take it. Again, it didn't really feel like an earned win. That kind of felt like a Joey Logano win. But that's Martina Truex Jr., apparently. She is the opposite of Truex Jr., where Truex wins in dominating fashion. And then if we do win, it's either because the difficulty is too low, or if we do have it on max difficulty, then we win by that. Whatever, I'll take it. I'm fine with that, sure. So what happened is, can the camera angle just... Yeah, so Fabiano was trying to pass the leader. They made contact in the middle of 3 and 4. Or I guess entering turn 3, I don't know, but... They make contact, they stack up, the 45 stacks up, and then we just drive on by. I don't know what to say about it other than it's just weird. But with him finishing 7th, spontaneously, I guess that's karma for him killing Cody Rodriguez from the previous race. But that's a really good point day. We're going to gain... We're definitely going to be in the point lead after all that. And we are. He got 136, we got 150, so we have it by 4 points over him. And Kyle Arnold's about 16 back. I guess he still has a shot, but... Yeah, it's just a battle between me and Fabiano. I have a 4-point gap, which, again, it's good, but I know when we go to Eldora, like, we need at least, like, a 25-point gap, because they're just way too fast there, so... I just know that that's not enough. So it's hard to feel excited. If this was like season 1 and I didn't know any of this, then yeah, there would be some like genuine tension. But now I know what's going to happen. Well, if anything, that's our first win on max difficulty. Or assumingly max difficulty. I don't know anymore. I'm so confused and it's so exhausting trying to figure out like... for certain, if we weren't running at... If we were running at 105, then... If Legend's this tough, then 105 is just completely out of the cards. So, I'm not even going to even think about it. Anyways, on a Lima Land, where we'll probably lose points, maybe? I don't think we ran max difficulty or Legend at this track yet. I think I only did it for like the last 3 races in the season, so... This will be kind of a surprise to see what happens. This now commenced the 44-minute process to accomplish one race. It had to be one video because, good God Almighty, it's just too much. So, sorry this has to end in such a spectacularly short fashion. I've been breaking tradition. Put the handcuffs on me. I'm breaking the 20 to 30-minute video length tradition here. But this next part features a lot of restarting, a lot of rage, and I think it's a good quality meme video that deserves its own part. So enjoy that. So that's it. See you next video.